What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major Forex pairs for the week of February 18th to the 23rd, 2024. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, we're going to get started with AUD CAD, and for anyone new, these pink flags are the special pairs I'm going to be looking to actively trade this week. The blue pairs are pairs that I might be trading this week, which I'm keeping an eye on, and then the orange pairs are ranging pairs, which I'm most likely not going to be trading this week. So yeah, let's get started, and just want to thank everybody for returning this week. And yeah, so let me turn my drawings on. So guys, on the weekly chart here, you can see that we had a nice resistance here at the Kumo cloud on Senko span A, and overall this is a bearish Kumo cloud. But we do have 2 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals. So we're getting some mixed signals here on the weekly chart. So we have a gold cross, we got the Chico span above the candles, but we still haven't broken out of the Senko span B, and we don't have a bullish Kumo cloud twist. So overall, guys, this is sort of a neutral market here on the weekly chart. Now, if we go down to the daily chart, this is what I want to show you guys. So I'm bearish. I have a bearish bias right now. So it looks like we're going to be starting another N wave down. And so I'm waiting for the right conditions to occur. But I'm thinking hopefully sometime this week, I'm going to be able to enter a trade on this pair based off the lower time frames. So we've had a nice consolidation. We've got a nice bearish Kumo cloud here. And right now, price is getting discounted right now between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. And so I'm going to be looking hopefully to put a position on this week, and my target is going to be down here. And so right now, guys, from the current price down to here is about 137 pips. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on this one. And if we look at the 4 hour, I want to show you guys this. So we've had a really nice, hold on, let me just put on a retracement here. So if we measure this, we've had a nice retracement back to the 0.5 level. And so on Fibonacci retracement, a really good entry can be anywhere from 0.5 to 0.618, especially if this is going to be an N wave continuing in the bearish direction like we think. So this could be a great entry point, and it looks like also, let me just delete that out real quick. So it looks like we have a double top here. So I'm expecting price to head back down in this direction. And so I'm going to be waiting to confirm on the 1 hour. Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. Yeah, so here's a double top here. So I'll probably be waiting. Usually I like to draw in some trend lines here like this. And so once price breaks the Senko span B on the 1 hour, and we start to get a good Kumo cloud structure, I'm going to be starting to look to enter a trade on this one. So I'm going to wait to see what happens with this one this week, but I have this marked as a special pair, and that's AUD CAD. Yeah, guys, so keep an eye on that, because look, we got a nice, looks like this is so we had an ABC correction here, and now this is wave 1, 2, and now we're going to be starting wave 3 hopefully. And we've got a really nice strong Kumo cloud structure here. So I'm really liking the way this one's setting up. That's AUD CAD, so keep an eye on that. Okay guys, AUD Swiss franc on the weekly chart. Now, overall on the weekly chart, this is bearish, but right now we're stuck in this range here. It's been consolidating. You can see we've found a lot of support here around the 0.56260 level. And we have the resistance up here at the 0.59267. So overall on the weekly, guys, this is a bearish Kumo cloud, but it looks like, let me zoom in a little bit. So it looks like we've had some overlapping of the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. Let's see if we got, yeah, so we got a gold cross and then we got a death cross again. So this is just showing me that this is a ranging market. Now, if we look on the daily chart, right now price is in the Kumo cloud, and so typically I don't like to trade when the price is in the Kumo cloud. I'm going to be waiting for price to exit the cloud to look for further trades. And so this week, guys, since price is in the cloud, I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, let's go to the next pair. Okay guys, AUD Japanese yen on the weekly. And I just want to take a quick second and thank everybody for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family. So if this analysis is helping you guys, really appreciate hitting that like button so I can keep providing this material for everybody. But yeah, and to everyone who's commenting and likes and shares the videos, thank you very much for your support. And all right, guys, so here we are on the weekly. Overall, I'm bullish on this pair. Now, let me just clean this up real quick. We've got the Tenkan-sen pointing up, we've got Kijun-sen flat, and we've got Senko-span A pointing up and Senko-span B flat. So overall, guys, we're waiting for this to break out on the weekly chart, which it looks like it's getting very close to. So we had a very deep retracement here, and now you can see that we've been on N waves going up in the bullish direction, and we have higher lows here, right, and higher highs. So higher high, higher lows. So this is starting to get very close to breaking out, and so that's why I have it marked blue. Now let's go to the daily, and let me turn the drawings back on. So guys, on the daily chart, we've got the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen both pointing up. We have a gold cross. We got Chico span above the candles, and we had price get supported very nicely on this thick white line, which is Senko span B. We also have Senko span A and B both pointing up. So this is showing me that the market is bullish. And we've also got the gray rabbit Gan line, which is the orange and blue line here, this thick one. And since it's blue, it's showing us that the market is bullish. Now, I'm going to be, we're very close to this resistance level, which is the 98.588. So we're about 45 pips away. So I'm going to be looking for a breakout of this level. And then our next target is going to be up here. So there's a lot of room to run. And that's about 424 pips. And that was based off of, I believe it was based off of this range here. So got a lot of room to run. This is looking very bullish on the weekly and the daily. So I've got this marked blue, and I'm going to be keeping an eye on this pair for the next couple weeks. Okay, AUD USD on the weekly. Now, guys, on the weekly chart, we have a sort of a neutral market here because we have the Kuma cloud twisting. So we're sort of in this range right now. This is the resistance 0.68715, and the support is down here at 0.6266. Now, I'm expecting price to get resisted off of the Kijun-sen and then continue back down on an N wave. And so, but overall, guys, this is a pretty neutral market right now on the weekly. But if we go to the daily chart, just take a look at this. So on the daily chart, we have a nice bearish Kumo cloud structure forming. We've got the gray rabbit Gan line in the bearish orange here. We had a death cross on the Ichimoku. We have the Chico span, which is the yellow line, which is below the candles. And so this right here was an ABC correction. So it was A, B, C. Now we're starting the first impulse wave down. So guys, this could be a really good entry. Let me just show you something. Let me turn my drawings on. So here we go. These are the Taito Suchi. So these are the sort of a way to measure time in the market. Now I'm going to do a video later this year on this, so don't worry about that now. But these are just kind of ways that you can measure the market and try and get turning points, which are called Henka-bi, day of change in the market. And these are like how to find pivot points in the market. And so you can do that by measuring from previous highs. So like here was a high, and then here's a high. So we got 17 bars, and then we measured out, this was 14. So usually if it's plus or minus 1 to 2 bars, that's allowable for the discrepancy in the markets. But guys, that's neither here nor there. That's just a little tidbit I wanted to add for you. But so what I wanted to say earlier is we had a nice retracement already on this. So we've been back in this 0.618 and 0.5 level. So this could be a really good point to enter into the market, especially if this range breaks to the downside, like I suspect it will. Now, from the current price, we've got 195 pips to the carrot down here at this next major support level. So this is looking really good. This looks like the beginning of a new trend, and this bearish Kumo cloud is looking very good structure-wise. Now on the 4-hour chart, let me show you. I have a Gann fan drawn in, so let me delete this Fibonacci retracement. So here on this Gann fan, you can see that we've been resisted here at Senko span B, which is the thick white line, and we've been resisted on the 3-to-1 angle. So this is showing me, and then look, we've been resisted also at the top of this range. So I'm expecting price, hopefully, to break this little trend line that I have in here. And once it does, I'm going to be looking to enter on the lower time frames. So guys, we're going to need, see right now on the 1 hour time frame, this is bullish. So we're going to need to have that changed at the bearish direction. And that's going to be showing us that this is going to be hopefully an N wave down. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I have this marked as a special pair this week, and I'm going to be waiting for the lower time frames to change back to the bearish direction. Now guys, just keep in mind that the higher time frames are the ones that are going to be dictating the overall momentum of the market. And so, you know, a lot of times the lower time frames will be trading against that momentum. But since we know that the higher time frames are very strong in the bearish direction, we can have confidence that the market will flip back down in that direction. So that's pretty much all I want to say on this one. AUD, USD, special pair, market down this week or next. It could be a really good one to trade. And as always, guys, thank you for liking and subscribing. Let's move on to the next pair. Okay guys, CAD Swiss franc on the weekly. I'm going to keep this one real short. This week we're just going to be retracing back up to this Kijinsen level. And so I don't have much to say on this one, and I'll show you on the daily. So on the daily, it looks like, you know, we've broken through the Kumo. So this is bullish on the daily chart. And from the current price up to the next resistance level is only about 65 pips, and there's really heavy resistance here. So most likely, guys, this is not enough room to risk taking a trade on this retracement. So I'm just going to be ignoring this pair this week. Okay guys, CAD Japanese yen on the weekly. So overall, this is bullish. We've got a gold cross. We got the Chico span above the candles, and we have price above the Kumo cloud. We got a nice bullish structure here. So we had a nice deep retracement here. Now it does look like price is trying to break out of these levels. We got Senko span A and B up, so overall this is very bullish on the weekly chart. Now on the daily chart, it's also very bullish. We had this nice deep retracement, and then ever since we've had a bunch of N waves going up. We got Tenkan-sen and we got Kijinsen both pointing up, and we've got the Senko span A and B both pointing up. Now, guys, so we broke out of this range here, which is about 160 pips. So I would expect a 1-to-1 move. Here's about 160 pips right here. Let me put that line in there. So the reason, guys, I'm expecting this to get resisted this week. We've got about 40 more pips to run until we hit the 1-to-1 move. And so you can see we already have some smaller doji candles here and some indecision. So I'm expecting price to get resisted off of here and then retrace a bit back down. So I have this marked as a ranging pair this week because I'm expecting the retracement. So most likely I won't be trading this pair this week. Okay, Swiss franc Japanese yen. This is very similar, have this marked ranging. I'm expecting a retracement. But overall on the weekly chart, this is bullish. But this, I feel that this has been, we're at the end of this move right now. If you count the Elliott waves, you know, just from looking at it off the bat, it looks like this move is pretty overextended. And so I'm expecting a retracement, especially, guys, when the Kumo cloud gets super fat like that and Senko span B gets flat. This usually means it's almost time for an ABC correction back down to it. You can see Tenkan-sen is pointing up, but we got the Kijinsen flat. We got Senko span A up and Senko span B flat. And you can also see the price is kind of losing momentum here. You see how it's starting to curve back down. So this is showing me that we're losing some steam on this move. And if I look on the daily chart, you can see that we have a death cross. We have the gray rabbit Gann line showing us that it's now bearish. And we got the Chico span bumping into the candles. So, and we got Senko span A pointing down. So I'm expecting a retracement this week. and I will most likely not be trading this pair. Okay, Euro AUD on the weekly chart. Now guys, on the weekly chart, you can see that if I zoom in here, we had a death cross. We got the Chico span below the candles, and we have the orange bearish indicator from the gray rabbit gone line. Now, you can see too that the Senko span A and B are starting to diverge, and they're starting to look like they're going to cross in the future. Now, I'm expecting this to be an N wave down. I have a bearish bias on this pair now because of what I've just listed on these different evidence that we've gathered. And we also have a break of this major trend line here, which is the dotted pink line. So I'm getting bearish overall on this. Now, if we go to the daily chart, you can see that on the Ganfan, we've been resisted here on the 3-to-1 a few times. We overshot it a couple times, but price has come back down. So overall, I'm expecting price to head back down in the bearish direction eventually. But that's going to put price back in the Kumo cloud. And so, like I mentioned, if price is in the Kumo cloud on the daily, I'm not going to be trading the pair. And so this week, guys, I'm expecting price to head back into the cloud, and I'm not going to be looking to trade this pair. Okay, Euro Japanese Yen on the weekly. And guys, just want to say again, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family. So I have this pair marked blue, and I'm liking the way that this is looking so far on the weekly. Now, we do have a death cross here, but that's okay because we had a nice deep retracement back to this trend line here. So you guys can see that. I don't think I need to draw that in, but we had a nice retracement back, and we have a blue indicator on the gray rabbit gone line. So overall, this is bullish, and we're starting to break the resistance here at the 161.895 level. So overall, guys, this is starting to turn bullish again. I believe this is going to be an N wave up, and let me show you some more detail on the daily chart. So guys, on the daily chart, here you can see we had this retracement back down, right? Now we had this triple bottom here, and now we're getting nice N waves back up. We've got a pretty thick bullish Kumo cloud. This is a little bit weird how the Senko span B dips down, but Senko span B is pointing up pretty much, and same with Senko span A. We got the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. We got Tenkan-sen pointing up and Kijun-sen almost pointing up. So once we break a little bit higher, we're going to get all these lines pointing up. So this is going to show us that it's bullish on the daily. Now, I'm expecting price to reach back up at least to this resistance level here. So from the current price up to there is about 241 pips. So we have a lot of nice room to run on this. So I have this marked blue. I'm going to be looking on the lower time frames to enter a trade on this, perhaps this week or next. But look, guys, we got really nice support here on this gone line. So this looks like price is moving back up in the bullish direction. And let's just take a look at the 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at that real quick. So yeah, guys, this is a really nice trend on the 4-hour. So we got everything's pointing up pretty much. We just need to break a little bit higher out off this resistance level. But this is a good trend here on the 4-hour. And let's take a look at the 1. Yeah, and the 1 too. So guys, this could be a really good pair to trade this week. This is Euro Japanese Yen. Okay guys, Euro CAD on the weekly. Now, I'm not going to say much about this on the weekly. Price is in the Kumo cloud, and this is just kind of a ranging market right now. But we do have the gray rabbit gone line showing us that it's bearish. And so I'm expecting this to be an N wave back down to test these lower support levels here. And we do have a bearish Kumo cloud twist. So this is kind of my reasoning, but overall this is really neutral and just kind of a ranging market here on the weekly. But if we look on the daily, you can see that we have the beginning of a new trend here. So we've got a pretty strong Kumo cloud structure, but right now price has been consolidating in this range, and price is between the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. But we have the gray rabbit gone line flashing orange, so this is bearish. And so I'm expecting this to be an N wave down. And hopefully we can get a breakout soon. So I have this marked blue. I'm waiting for to confirm this on the lower time frames on the 1 hour. But I'm going to be keeping my eye on this pair over the next week or so. And hopefully we get a breakout because I'm expecting price to reach from, let's see, from this current price down to here is about 194 pips to the next major support level. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, and that's going to be my first target if I decide to take a trade on this pair. But this could be a really good one. Euro CAD. Yeah, check it out, guys. Okay, Euro Swiss franc on the weekly. I have this marked as a ranging pair. So overall, guys, this is bearish on the weekly, but we've had a retracement right now. And I'm going to show you on the daily what I'm talking about. So we've had a nice retracement back, and now we have a bullish Kumo cloud twist on the daily chart. So overall, guys, this is pretty conflicting, and I'm expecting price to head back down into the cloud, and so I most likely will not be trading this pair this week. Okay, Euro British Pound on the weekly. Now, guys, I have this marked as a special pair because I believe that this support is going to break, hopefully this week or next. So overall, guys, you know, on this weekly chart, we have a bearish Kumo cloud, but we do have a few mixed signals here in terms of Ichimoku. We got, you know, we had a gold cross, but now we had another death cross here. So, you know, this is showing me that it's bearish. The gray rabbit gone line is orange again, so this is showing me that it's bearish. So I'm expecting this to be an N wave and break this support level here. And so if we look at the daily chart, you can see that we have a really nice Kumo cloud structure. We've had a pretty long consolidation, and we've got Chico span about to bump back into the candles. And so, guys, usually when Chico span bumps into the candles, like here you can see here Chico span touched the candles and then went back down. So Chico span likes to trace the candles, and moves like to happen once Chico span touches the candles. So just keep an eye on that. That's just a little nuance of Ichimoku that I've noticed from my time using the system. But anyways, guys, so I'm expecting this to break to the downside. Now, we hit my previous target already, so that was reached. Now I'm expecting this to be the next target. So from current price to this level is about 130 pips. So, you know, we're going to need to confirm on the lower time frames, but this could be a really good pair to trade this week. So it looks like, you know, we've gotten resisted at the top of this range, and so we're just going to need to confirm on the lower time frames either this week or next to see, you know, if we can catch a move to the downside. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. But yeah, guys, keep an eye on this one. Euro British Pound. Okay, Euro USD on the weekly. Now, in terms of Ichimoku on the weekly, guys, you know, this is kind of a neutral market. We have the Kumo cloud twisting a lot. We've got the Chico span tracing the candles. You know, we've got price inside the Kumo cloud. So overall, this is kind of just a neutral market. So I'm going to go to the daily for more detail. Now, this is what I've been looking at on the daily. So we have the beginning of a new bearish trend here. Starting to get a nice structure here. And it looks like we're going to get some more downside. So I'm going to be waiting for price to break to the downside, and from the current price level to there is about 150 pips. So looks like we're getting a nice consolidation, and let's see what the 4-hour chart looks like. Yeah, so on the 4-hour, guys, you can see that we're getting resisted on this trend line here. Here, I can draw one in real quick. So, you know, let me get this one. There we go. Yeah, so looks like we're getting resisted there at around the Sanko span A. Now this is a little bit of a Kumo cloud twist here. So we're going to need to confirm on the 1-hour and the lower time frames. But overall, guys, in the next week or so, this could be a really good one if we get a break to the downside. So keep an eye on this. This is Euro USD. Okay, British Pound AUD on the weekly. Now, guys, we had a death cross here. We have the Chico span below the candles. So overall, these are 2 out of the 3 bearish Sanyoko Gyukoten signals. So I'm expecting price to continue back down based on that. But if we go to the daily chart, you can see that right now we are inside of a Y wave. So see this trend line here and this one like this. So I'm expecting the price to reach back down here. And these can be pretty tricky because Y waves produce a lot of false breakouts. So I typically mark these pairs when they're in the Y wave as ranging and just avoid them. So, you know, just to be extra safe. So I'm not going to be trading this pair this week. That's British pound AUD. Okay, British pound, Swiss franc on the weekly. Now, guys, the price right now is currently in the Kumo cloud, and we have a bearish Kumo cloud twist and starting in the future. So overall, this is a really odd shape and a really weird market right now on the weekly. There's really no direction other than we have this N wave right now. So overall, it's bullish, but we're in the Kumo cloud, so anything can change. Now, if we go to the daily, you can see this N wave, right? And so I am expecting price to reach up to these levels. And so from current price up to there is about 230 pips. So I'm just waiting to see how the lower time frames look, which it looks like we're having some retracements now. And we've got a death cross here on the 4-hour chart. So most likely, guys, this is just going to be a ranging market this week, and I most likely will not be trading this pair. Okay, British pound CAD on the weekly. Now, guys, we have a few mixed signals on this one. So we had a death cross, and then now we've got a gold cross. It looks like price is getting supported along Senko Span A. However, these Senko Span A and B are starting to converge. So, I do have a few doubts, but overall, I'm thinking that this is pretty bullish. And so I'm waiting for price to break this resistance level here at the 1.72207 level. We've got the gray rabbit gone line showing bullish, and we have the Chico span below the candles, so that's bearish, but hopefully we can get that to break back through the candles. But overall, this is a pretty big bullish Kumo cloud. But like I said, we have some mixed signals here on the weekly chart. But now if we go to the daily chart, you can see we also have mixed signals here on the daily chart. So we have, this is pretty much just stuck in this range between this resistance level here, 1.72207, and the support level here, 1.69241. So, if you look at this major trend line, we've had support here along there. So if we break below this line, then I would cancel this idea out. But I'm thinking that if we can close back above Senko Span B here, and we can break this resistance level, I think that price can break out pretty aggressively, especially if you see all these recent attempts. If we can break this and get this liquidity here, I think price can reach up to these levels. So from this is about a 1-to-1 move here back to current price at 626 pips. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to start happening this week or not. We could still be consolidating, but it looks like we are getting support here around this trend line. So I'm expecting price to move up. I'm going to be keeping my eye on this pair for the next couple weeks, and that's British pound CAD. Okay, British pound Japanese yen on the weekly. I have this marked as a special pair. And guys, I just want to say thanks again for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family and helps push this channel forward. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, guys, so this one's marked special. Now we're starting to break out from these levels. We've had a nice support here on this trend line, right here, this dotted line. And in terms of Ichimoku, right now we've got Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen flat, Senko Span A and B all flat. But we have Chico span above the candles, and we've got the gray rabbit gone line showing bullish. So I'm expecting price to break to the upside. And if we go to the daily chart, I'm going to show you guys, I have an Elliott wave count that I've done just to show you guys. A lot of times I try and do these in my head without marking them out just to keep the drawings clean. But I wanted to show you guys this today. So here's the first impulse wave. Here's wave 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then an ABC correction. And so I'm expecting this to be wave 1 of the next move up. So hopefully another 5 waves up, and we can reach this level up here. So here, from current price up to this carat is about 475 pips, and that's to the 1.272 Fibonacci extension level. So overall, guys, I'm feeling very bullish on this pair. I've got this marked special, and I'm going to be looking on here. This is the 4-hour time frame. So overall, this is pretty bullish as well. We've got, let's see what we got. Well, we did have a death cross here, but now it looks like we're about to get a gold cross again. We've got the gray rabbit gone line flashing bullish, and we got Chico span above the candles. So we have 2 out of the 3 Sanyoku Koten signals. So we just need to get the gold cross going again, and we need to break this resistance level here, which is around 190.06. So overall, guys, this is looking really good. I'm going to be watching this pair closely this week. This is British Pound, Japanese Yen. Okay, British Pound USD on the weekly. Guys, price is in the Kumo cloud here on the weekly, and it's also in the Kumo cloud on the daily, so I'm not going to be trading this pair this week. Okay, New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen on the weekly. Now guys, overall on the weekly chart, this is very bullish. So Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen pointing up, Senko span A is pointing up, and Senko span B is flat. So we're going to need price to break this resistance level of the previous candle here. But overall, guys, price, this is looking very bullish on the weekly chart. And let's look at the daily chart here. So let me just clean this up. So on the daily chart, you guys can see that we had a consolidation here. But now we have a nice Kumo cloud structure here. We got Tenkan-sen pointing up. We got Kijun-sen flat. But we got Senko span A and B pointing up. So overall, guys, pretty bullish on this. And looks like we got a nice N wave forming here. So we got to see if we can break this previous candle resistance. And then let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. And let me put my drawings back on. Yeah, so guys, I'm expecting a retracement back down to this support level at the 91.870 level. And then hopefully we get a nice bounce and N wave up to these levels. So from current price up to there is about 115 pips. So this is a nice one. They're going to be looking to trade this week, and that's New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. USD CAD on the weekly. Okay guys, I'm not going to say much on this one. This is a ranging market here on the weekly. We have overlapping Kumo clouds. We have a death cross. We got Chico span tracing up and down the candles. So this is overall a ranging market on the weekly. And on the daily chart, we have price inside the Kumo cloud. So most likely I will not be trading this pair this week. Okay guys, USD Swiss franc on the weekly. So right now, overall this is bearish, but we've had a nice retracement back to this trend line here in the Senko span A, and also past the Kijun-sen. So, we're starting to form an inside bar. So this could be a reversal point in the market, which I'm expecting it will be. But on the daily chart, you can see that we have some conflicting, we have the form of a new trend here on the daily chart. And so that's why I have this marked as a ranging pair, because I believe either this is going to be an N wave up or we're going to retrace back into the Kumo cloud. And so either way, with these conflicting trends, most likely will not be trading this pair this week. Okay guys, USD Japanese yen on the weekly. I have this marked ranging. On the weekly chart, you can see that we have a death cross here. So we have 1 out of the 3 Sanyoku Koten signals. We still have Chico span above the candles, but we're starting to get an inside bar forming here. So this could be a reversal back down, which I'm thinking that it might be. So I'm kind of a little bit weary on this pair this week. Let's look at the daily. So here on the daily, we had a nice N wave here. We got a pretty nice Kumo cloud structure, but we got the Tenkan-sen flat. Kijun-sen is pointing up, Senko span A is up, but Senko span B is flat. So until we can break out of this resistance level here, which, I think it's possible, but we're going to need to wait and confirm on the lower time frames. This is the 151.946 level. Now, if we can get another N wave up, I'm expecting from current price up to this level, we've got about 665 pips. So, long term, I'm pretty bullish on Japanese yen, but I am expecting a retracement this week. So most likely I will not be trading this pair. All right, guys, now let's look at the fundamental news. Okay, guys, let's take a look at the fundamental news and data being released this week. This is from FX Street, and I've put the link in the description below if you want to look at that. But on Monday, February 19th, we've got something for AUD. We've got the RBA meeting minutes. Tuesday, February 20th, we've got CAD, Consumer Price Index, for January year over year. And we've also got CAD, Bank of Canada Consumer Price Index Core year over year for January. On Wednesday, February 20th, we have the US dollar FOMC minutes. And on Thursday, we have a lot of stuff going on. That's the 22nd of February. We've got the Euro HCOB Services PMI for February. We've got the Euro HCOB Manufacturing PMI for February. We've got HCOB Composite PMI for February, and then this is all a repeat of that. And then for the British Pound, we've got S&P Global CIPS Services PMI for February. For the British Pound, we've got Manufacturing PMI, we've got the Composite PMI, and for USD, we've got the Global Services PMI and Global Manufacturing PMI for February. And then last but not least, we've got New Zealand dollar retail sales for the fourth quarter. So guys, watch out for these news events. But overall, last week was a pretty slow week. We had the Chinese New Year, so I didn't take any trades last week. I'm hoping to take some trades this week. So as always, guys, I will post all my trades into the YouTube community whenever I enter a trade. So keep an eye out for that. But thanks for being with me this week, and let me know what pairs you guys are marking special this week. And let me know how your trading's going, and feel free to comment below. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. And until next week, peace.